I get traded from Toronto in the middle of the night. I'm sitting in a fast food parking lot, right? I call this, right? I said, yeah, bro. These just traded me. He said,
Yo, peace. Welcome back to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I'm Carmelo Anthony here with my co-host.
You know what it is? My name is Kazim FWIorFOH. You can call me Kaz.
Y'all already know it's the wave god himself, Rudy Gay.
And it's your boy, Carmelo, you know what I'm saying? The human do-rag flap. This is a Wave original, baby. It's presented by FanDuel. It's the official sports betting part of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Champ.
Want me to introduce the guard over here?
Yeah. Who we got in the building?
We live from Vegas, too,
yes,
man.
We live from Vegas.
We're not in the hook right now.
No, we're not in the hook. We 7 p.m.
If you couldn't tell.
7 p.m. in Vegas right now. The lights is a little brighter over
If you can't tell by the sunglasses,
Right.
Sunglasses and that.
Different vibe out here.
But we're going to introduce today's guest, man. Today's guest is a 6-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA selection, Olympic gold medalist, and one of the top 25 scorers in NBA history.
Yeah.
Please welcome to 7 p.m. Demar Derozan.
Welcome.
appreciate you. Appreciate you,
Yes,
good
sir.
brothers, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man.
What's going on, legend?
Man, chilling, man. It's an honor to be here. You know what I mean? Especially with y'all. Obviously, these two, I done known for, I couldn't even tell you how long. So it's dope to be sitting here, man.
Already could tell by the back and forth banter
Oh,
before.
yeah. Hey, listen, hey, one thing, whenever we was together, all we gonna do is laugh and shoot the shit all day long. So,
Well, that's the beauty of this show. That's all
I'm
we do
looking
here.
forward to it. Trust me. I'm looking forward to it.
Coming up on this episode, man, we're going to talk about the difference in players today and let's say 15 years ago, and the art of the mid-range. Because we got three of the best mid-range players in the history of the game.
And of course, we wrap things up with the best segment in all of internet content. Fuck with it or fuck out of here. But first, Melo, you know what time it is. Talk to him.
Come on, man. Listen, we know Melo is a man of many memes.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
You
boy.
recorded a video, champ. That is classic Melo off the court. You know what I'm saying? Energy.
I don't know where this is going.
Oh, I can't see that.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, shit.
It's violent, bro. You know how good
Listen, man, did Melo say anything after that? Or was he just did his face say it all?
Please
face
get
that off.
please
But
get the
look,
context.
But listen, this is fucking hilarious right now. So we used to fuck with him because he didn't like nothing early. Nothing early. So I think we was somewhere we was leaving. Matter of fact, I think we was leaving from here or something. We was hopping on a plane. We had to leave early. So we just started fucking with him, irritating the shit out of him. Every morning we used to fuck with him because he always would come in there looking tired, don't want to talk. So we got on there. I forgot who started playing the music.
Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy ass.
Yeah.
He the only one playing that shit.
It was Jimmy playing that shit. So we started fucking with Melo just to piss him off. Because he was trying to go to sleep. He was trying to lean on the window, go to sleep, get a little nap in. Bro, we started fucking with him. And that's what you got. It was irritating. We did that to him like every day. Every day it was like that. On the bus, on the plane, whatever, man.
It was a
pissing him
long
off.
night.
I could imagine.
You see KD. See, they might want my meme. KD had the blanket wrapped around him. He was standing up with the blanket wrapped around him. And all we hear is the music. It was Jimmy Buckets, man. Jimmy started, him and Kyrie started that shit.
Yeah.
Nothing against
back of the
Vanessa
bush,
Carlton, though, right? Still got love for Vanessa Carlton? How's
No, it's love. It was just, again,
Classic record.
You know what I'm saying?
that was before 8 o'clock, Jack.
Yeah, it was
There's no
early.
classic records before 8 a.m., bro. That's the rule. We're not doing that. So that 2016 team, you know what I mean, Rio was crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all two, KD, Kyrie, PG, Jimmy, 2K team.
Yeah.
How was that Olympics for you?
Man, that was fun. I was just telling my man the other day when we was in the car, I was like, man, they never talk about our 2016
Word.
team like that. You never hear nobody talk about it. But like, besides what you seen on the court, we did everything together. I'm from the bus to the plane to eating. Like we all mess with each other heavy. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't never a dull day of us just cracking jokes, doing something, hanging out. It was always it was special. That team was special. You know what I mean? Because we all got along. Nobody had egos out there. It was one of those. It was a vibe every time we went out there to play because we was playing for one another. Not just our country, but we was playing for one another.
I feel like people probably don't talk about that team as much because I felt like that iteration of Team USA was it looked like such a business trip, right? Like the first couple Olympics, you know, felt like there was it was a little bit more contested than usual, but 2016 it felt a little bit more smoother, right? Like
we ran into some issues.
Nah, we ran into some issues, man. We had real off the court issues, man.
I was see.
That's what I was saying. Y'all did everything
together, champ.
I'm talking about who we played against.
Okay.
We're talking about competitively.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
I could have been competitive.
So you always want to go left, champ. I'm gonna tell you, my opinion on that team.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
From my experience, like 04 losing, 08 coming back, like redeeming ourselves.
Yeah.
12 was like stamping 08. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, we gonna double down on what we did. 16 was almost like a bubble championship in a sense. No, because this was a time where Zika was going on. And remember, a lot of people canceled, right? A lot of niggas wasn't fucking with the Olympics because of Zika. And they was gassing us saying that Zika was in Brazil. So a lot of people was backing out on the shit.
Get people little ass
you
heads.
get the cone head off the Zika.
But what's crazy, not to cut you off, bro, but what's crazy, they was telling us all this shit, and the crazy thing, like, they gave us like a bag full of fucking mosquito repellent.
Yeah, that's a fact.
All type of shit, talking about spray this shit on you. I'm talking about we smelling like mosquito repellent all day. I remember the first practice we went to. We go in the gym, bro. I mean, we all look at each other and said, man, that shit don't work. We all ate up already. I'm talking about everybody had mosquito bites. After that day, we stopped spraying that shit on us because it didn't work. Because it was like, but it was crazy because the Zika shit was going on. And
I was about to say, was there any like scares about it?
Niggas was nervous on Zika though. The way that they presented it was like they was about to cancel the Olympics.
Like on some COVID shit.
Over the Zika.
Over the mosquito. Yo, that's crazy.
Over the mosquito. So that's why I think that's why that Olympics don't really get
mosquitoes and shit. So
that Olympics team don't really get the love that it's supposed to. Like that was the first time where I really felt like, yo, we really gotta, in order for us to do this, we gotta really put this shit together.
Right.
Because we also had guys on the team who wasn't really rocking with each other. We had personalities on the team. Draymond, DeMarcus Cousins, Jimmy Butler.
I can see that already.
Myself.
Basically what you're saying, everything he was saying before was bullshit. Y'all
But what we did was, on the court, we had to come together. We had to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of guys that was playing in the same position who was like, man, you know what I mean? It was a lot of that shit going on. But then we really had to we really had to come together and be like, yo, if we gonna do this, we can't have a lot of the bullshit.
Right.
Niggas just gotta, accept the roles that they, you know what I mean? We gonna do this. If we gonna do it, we gonna do it.
Okay.
And that was the vibe of that team. So I think years later from now, people start coming back to the 2016 team, and right now everybody's just so caught up on the 18.
10 years next year.
They even throwing the 2008 team out the window right now.
Yeah.
that was 4 for you though, right?
That was 4. I left my sneakers in Rio.
On purpose?
Don't ask me to play in no another Olympics. I left my shit right on the court. As soon as I did the last interview on the court, I left my shit on
Don't
there.
put the chancletas. Yo, we out here.
Brazilian joints.
Hey, Demar, let's take things. Let's circle things back real quick, man. Let's talk about. We usually start the show with a section on it called The Connect, right?
Yeah.
Where we usually take our guests, and we love just hearing the stories about like you and how you first have a connection with Carmelo. So first thing I want to ask you, what was the first time you and Melo connected, and do you remember the first moment that y'all two met?
Shit. Damn, you
brought a nigga back on that.
Yeah, it's what's crazy, my rookie year, one of my close friends, Sonny Weems.
I just seen Sonny in China too.
I seen that. So one of my close friends, Sonny, we played together in Toronto. He had just came from Denver playing with Melo. Then when we played together, they was real tight. And I think through passing through that, me and Melo started to have like the conversation and talking. And I mean, I think it just happened like naturally through passing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like from there, it was always like ultimate respect thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially when he came play for the Knicks, playing in the East, competing versus each other. You know, it made it more of a common thing. But with Rudy being one of my closest friends and they being so close, it just made it, you know, a full circle moment. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to say when. Shit, he was even my rookie sophomore game.
That's a fact.
My second year, he coached. He was head coach of the sophomore team.
Okay.
Yep,
That's a
there you go.
fact.
Yep.
Well, he was like one of the legends, right?
Yeah, we was kicking him that. My second year in the league, he was a head coach for the sophomore team in a rookie game. So yeah, it go way back.
All right, what was that rookie game like? Coaching young Demar in the rookie sophomore
Man, you
game.
ain't coaching. You just did.
Yo, just give up.
You just did, man. Shoot that bitch every time, man. That's it. It's all-star game.
Trying to get the MVP, go do your thing, Jay.
Yeah, that's all it was.
It's very simple.
Yeah, and it just started from there.
Nice,
We also
nice.
had, I mean, we also had mutual people that we knew
Yeah,
in LA.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One of my big homies that I was with at the time, shout out to Ice OG.
Yeah,
He always used to talk about Demar and his family. Oh, that's family. That's my young boy. That's family. His family is my family. So off the court, it was always kind of an extended kind of relationship without him even knowing that we knew a lot of the same people. So by the time we got on the court, it just extended that on the court.
So speaking of knowing the same people, I got Rudy, the wave guard, the instigator. You know what I'm saying? The agitator. You know what I mean? Y'all were teammates in two different, you know what I'm saying, situations. How crazy is this guy, man?
Something really wrong with him. And the crazy thing, you know what's crazy? How me and him got close. It was the most random shit. I remember we ended up in fucking China together for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like doing a Nike fucking whatever it was. We was out there for Nike in China. I just remember this motherfucker talking about, man, let's go to put our feet with the fucking shit. I'm like, man, I ain't about to go do that shit, man. What the fuck is you talking about, man? I'm not about to go do no shit like that.
Bro.
I didn't go do it. You know what I mean?
didn't either. So.
But we kicked it every day in fucking China, every fucking day.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I can't get rid of a motherfucker. So then, you know, time went on. We end up being teammates. And the crazy thing, like, when we started being teammates, when he came to Toronto, he always used to try to like, big dog.
No, I
big
didn't.
dog. Let me tell my truth.
Okay.
He asked me, it's not. Let me tell my truth, bro.
I'm glad you got somebody else you can banter with.
Yeah.
I'm glad it ain't me this time.
I be seeing y'all be going back and forth. You need somebody to get on your head. So let me tell my story. You know, I don't get to tell my story like I want to. Like, let me tell my shit. So he came to the team. So, you know, he pull up his Rudy.
Yeah.
He Rudy, man. I remember he got the drop tie rolls and shit.
Man,
he flexing, talking big dog shit and all that shit.
During the winter.
I'm talking about, you see, you say the wave guy and all that shit. So he always was flexed out and all that shit. Fucking with this nigga, I said, just wait till I get some money, nigga. I'm about to talk crazy to you. What? Man, as soon as I got my paycheck, to this day, I call him and say, you need something? Like, to my point, like, that's been my dog. Like, we talk shit too. This is another story to show you how crazy he is. Like, I get traded from Toronto in the middle of the night. I'm sick. I'm hot. I'm walking down the street. I'm sitting in the fucking fast food parking lot, right? I called 2 people. First person I called to tell was Cal Lowry, right? Second, I called this motherfucker, right? I said, yeah, bro. These niggas just traded me. Nigga said, I'm talking about, he's laughing on the phone. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
He was so mad.
Bro,
Yo, you sensitive time, bro.
Your paycheck go with you.
listen, bro. He was in San Antonio too, right? So I'm
That's
telling
why he
him,
laughed.
yeah, like,
Nah. After that, he told me he was in San Antonio, and I laughed again.
yeah, he laughed twice. So he laughed at me twice. The second laugh, I hung up on his ass, right? But it's like, bro, I'm telling you, like, this is my partner. This is my dog, bro. So to explain how crazy you is, this
Yo,
That's
why
some
you
shit he
laugh though?
I don't know. That's sinister.
He laughed.
Because he wasn't the top person.
Let me ask you a question. I'm asking why you laugh.
But I did laugh, and I'm gonna be
but hold
real.
up.
I keep it real.
Knowing how serious this nigga is
right.
when it comes to his craft and when it comes to what he do.
Yeah, I never asked you
Now
this.
y'all making me look,
bro.
I'm the
Why
villain
would you
now.
laugh? No, he was hurt.
This is
He was hurt.
time to heal right now,
He
man.
was hurt, and he was just so mad, man. It was funny to me. I'm like, yo, like, man, fuck these niggas. I'm like, yo, chill out, man. Like,
See what I'm
You was
saying?
like, yo, this is the business champ. Like, yo, to
nah,
get used
I got to that later, but it was more like, I don't know. It's like he called me because I done been through it, so it was like, I don't
It's
know.
obviously the trust.
It was
there,
like
you know?
like.
But that's our relationship too, though.
is.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
You
he
probably
ain't
wasn't trying to hear that shit though at that
you
time.
I think deep down inside, though, you probably needed that at that time, man.
No,
Like,
it
you
did.
need
Like
so to
over
bring
time,
that levity.
I ain't gonna lie. One of the best times in my career after that situation happened was to go to San Antonio and play with him. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't never. And he always tell me like I saved him in a sense because when I came and I got that part, like once I got the weight lifted off me from being traded and I got there, I kind of helped him be in a better situation too, like mentally. You know what I mean? Because I came with a different. I came with a different approach and I made everything more enjoyable. You know what I mean? Like he knew when I came around it was never going to be a fucking dull moment. You know what I mean? Like, cause he really a negative person. He like one of my most negative friends.
I'm glad it ain't me. I don't see this. He said this shit. When I said it, like, yo, you fucking with Rudy.
This is your interview, man. Let's talk about you.
Uncle Ruckus, man.
Funny story though, like in San Antonio, and when y'all see San Antonio, y'all know what type of people.
Cavs,
you know what
Big old
you
women,
think.
like Charles Barkley said.
I'm not talking about the organization.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Ain't no big women in the organization. So, you know what I mean? And him being who he is, me being who I am, like we would just, you know what it is around the way. Like we talk shit to each other and get to the point. Like if we weren't so close, it would look like we were being disrespectful to each other.
Right. From the outside looking in.
He'll say something to me, I'll say something back to him. And I remember sitting in practice one time and like, they just looking at us like, are they about to fight? like, nah, that's how we talk. But the thing about it is we wouldn't allow nobody else to talk to each other. Talk to us like that. You know what I mean?
That's real friendship right there. Yeah.
So you mentioned when you made those calls, the first one you made was to Kyle Lowry. So who's crazier? Kyle Lowry or
No,
Rudy?
it's not. Come on now.
What you mean?
Come on now.
Because Kyle,
Stop it.
Kyle is
I ain't
notorious.
gonna lie, we do. Wait, if I call him and I ain't talk to Cal, all right, vice versa, he'd be like, man, you talk to our crazy friend? Talking about Cal. So I can see that. But if I had to rank the two,
Come on
Kyle
now.
nuts.
Come on now. I work here.
Cal.
All right.
Yeah. Good luck on ever getting him on here.
Yo, Kyle, pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what he called. I called him. He was like, you're a podcaster now. He said it like it was a knot.
Hey, good on him though, man. 20 years in the league, going
Facts.
20 years
Nah,
with
yeah,
CP.
shout out to him.
That's an incredible
He's the ultimate pro, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chubbs is the ultimate pro, man. But we have a special segment on this show called the 7 p.m. moment. This moment refers to that point in your life, be it personal or professional, where you had a fork in the road. Like we're going this way or going that way will set you down a very specific path. So you have to be locked in about what you decide to do. Like what was that 7 p.m. moment for you?
Man, a lot of people don't know. About 4 years ago, Rudy know. My dad got real sick during the season,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a lot of times like we'd play a game, and I'd tell him like, "Bro, I'm out after the game. I'm flying back to L.A. No matter where we at. We can be in fucking Boston. I'm hopping on a plane, middle of the night, flying to L.A. just to sit with Pops in the hospital. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know how long he had left.
Mm-hmm.
And I never wanted to be a distraction. I never wanted to get out. I never wanted to be a distraction within the team. So, Pop always allowed me to, miss practice. Well, we never really practiced. But I used to fly in the day of the game. So it was a point of, like, my last season in San Antonio where it was a lot of times, like, I only showed up for the game because I'm flying home, sit with Pops. And it was a tough time for me because like I didn't know when the shit was when it was gonna happen. I remember we was in Charlotte one day and we couldn't fly to San Antonio, the ice storms, remember?
Yeah.
And so we stuck in in Charlotte for like 4 or 5 days, and I get the call that my dad passed. And like I literally had to get up out of there. I left. That was a tough time for me because he passed, but I still wanted to be around my teammates.
To get that energy.
That was the shit that kept me going. You know what I mean? It was plenty of times where I go out there, get 30, 40, hit a game winning shot, knowing like the plane waiting on me, I gotta fly home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So doing that for so many times my last year in San Antonio, it was tough. Like it took a toll on me for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that. Like I was there, so I never people outside don't understand. Like we have real lives. You know what I'm saying? This man flying halfway across the country and still be able to play at the level. And I tell you that all the time. It's like, bro, I don't know how you do it. Like he always kept his composure. You'll never know he laughing, but he going through some real stuff.
That's a fact.
And I don't think it's not a lot of people tough, even in the league, tough enough to do what you did, bro. So I take my hat off.
Appreciate it.
R.I.P. Big Frank too.
That's
Appreciate
a fact.
it. Yeah.
I had a moment like that. I was in San Antonio playing the Spurs and found out. No, you laughing? No, you wasn't there. You wasn't there yet. I had a moment like that where I got the call. My sis,
Oh, I think you talking about the other one. My bad.
As I'm playing San Antonio, and I could see the energy on the bench change.
Yeah.
Everybody else heard it. I didn't hear about it, and they didn't want to tell me. So I know the energy about wanting to be with the fan, but also wanting to be with the teammates, because the basketball was the only thing that was keeping me right at that point in time.
You know what I thought you was talking about, right?
Nah, I know you thought I was talking about.
What you thought he was talking about?
Shit, we was there together. Remember?
Oh, the other shit always in San Antonio.
San Antonio.
I was
in San Antonio. That was the other time when they asked me, boop, boop, and they gave me the cut.
Yeah.
Houston. And San Antonio.
D'Antoni, Houston. Right.
I'll never forget that roof, Chris. Yeah. But anyway, with that 7 p.m. moment, was that one of the reasons why you decided to write your book Above the Noise?
Yeah, that was the main part too, because that showed me a lot in a lot of, one, my character being able to do the things I was doing, but also it brought to light like a lot of shit that I was also dealing with that I hid behind because of basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was band-aiding a lot of emotions and a lot of things for various reasons, because I didn't want nobody to know. I didn't want to be a distraction. I didn't want nobody, to feel bad for me. But it was moments where it'll cause me to lash out at times. Like you remember that one time in the bubble?
Yeah. I know.
Like
I ain't gonna speak on that, but I remember.
But it was a lot of those situations that used to come about. You know what I mean? To where like I uncontrollably.
Yeah.
And it was like it got me to a point to where like, man, I gotta figure this shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But before it becomes detrimental, for me, because I've either hid behind a smile too much, played too much to forget about a lot of shit, but I also use physical fitness in what we do to kind of have another alter ego to get myself out of that too. You know what I mean? So in the long run, that shit ain't beneficial. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be genuinely pure when it comes, especially with my kids.
Yeah,
you know
indeed, true indeed.
Like be completely locked in and not feel like I'm wearing a mask when I'm around my kids. That's what pushed me to, do a book. And even doing the book fucked me up even more, because it made me realize like, God damn, it's a lot of other shit I need to work on.
But also it makes you got to be vulnerable when you write that book, because you got to go back and tell stories and think about stories that you probably done masked for so long that you done forgot about it.
Yep.
In order for that book to be what is above the noise, you got to peel back them layers.
Got to, bro.
And it's therapeutic too.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's helpful because there's a lot of shit within the book that I realized that I got to even get better at.
Yeah.
That was even more of a problem. You know what I mean? And I don't think that would have came out if I didn't even attempt to do a book. You know what I mean?
I mean, Demar, you mentioned something in the conversation before. Rudy was talking about he don't know how you was flying cross country during games, and you said, there was a time where Papa just let you show up for the games.
Yeah.
And, you know what's going on with Greg Popovich now. One of the dopest things I've seen is when he came out, a bunch of his former players, even dudes that weren't even on the Spurs no more, came out to show him love. And I feel like everybody that talks about him, as great as he is as a coach, it's always those type of stories that they always like talk about.
Yeah.
So like, tell me a little bit about how, you know, the relationship with Pop sort of like enabled you to like have those final moments with your pops, with your father.
That's what it was. It used to be days we'd come in there and we think we have practice. And he'll pull up some shit going on in a third world country with 13-year-old kids being trained to be, you know, killers with AK-47s and all that. And he'll put it in perspective like, man, we get to come here, shoot a basketball, make $1 million. Take care of your kids, make sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then push shit in perspective. He used to do a lot of things to push shit in perspective all the time, more than basketball. So those was the things that helped us keep shit in perspective. So that's why I think you hear so many of those stories, because that's genuinely who he was at all times. It was always basketball last, you as a man first, family, everything else before basketball. You know what I mean? That was the special thing about him.
Pop is special, but
He a real one, man. Yeah.
he'll tell you like this basketball shit ain't nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck wins and losses. Fuck championships. He'll tell you straight up. How you doing? How your family? How your kids?
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Pop was that, man.
Man,
Shout out to
that
Pop.
was the illest
Yeah,
joint,
shout out
man.
Pop.
When he, you know, he's going through his health issues, and the first time we see him in public, he's not there by himself. He's there with all his plays. Even, you know, I think Deontay Murray, who I think is playing for the Pelicans at that point, shows up for the conference. It's like he has nothing to do with it, but that's the lasting, you know, impression that he felt he's had on a lot of players, and especially with what you were going on with. So I feel like a lot of people get to see that from him for sure.
Yeah, that's dope.
Speaking of coaches, you've been in the league, what's it, 16 years?
Yeah, this will be 17
You
and
old,
shit.
Chan. You old,
Super
Chan.
vet now.
Super vet. 16 years, man, and seeing it. You done seen it evolve through all the eras, man. Like last summer, a good friend of ours, coach Chauncey Billups, mentioned a player posting his highlights at halftime, and we've seen guys checking their phones during the games. We're gonna watch this clip right here.
I had a kid, dog, at halftime. Now, you know we rebuilding, right? We in New Orleans. I ain't even going to say the kid name.
Yeah.
We're down like 18 at the half. He had a nasty dunk. We coming out for the third quarter. This motherfucker done posted his dunk on his joint.
Stop it.
At halftime. Halftime,
Hey,
bro, we down 18.
You got to optimize those numbers.
Man, I grind his ass up, man.
So, what's the biggest difference you've noticed in players today compared to when you came in the league in 09?
That for one. Motherfuckers getting on their phone, so worried about what's on their phone, what somebody say. Even to his point, I seen a motherfucker put his name in the Twitter search to see what they were saying.
Oh, vanity searching.
Damn, that's crazy.
Somebody who's actually playing them, like
Playing.
they was like getting minutes.
Yes. And I'm like, this to the point we at, you know what I mean? Like that was never a thought.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? When we was
even
playing.
for you, that wasn't a thought. Even worse for me.
That's what I'm
had
saying.
cell
Like,
phones and shit.
niggas, like no social media,
Hell
none
no.
of that. So
Niggas
it's
weren't
like,
checking their two-way pages and all that.
That's crazy.
But to that point, it's that. Like motherfuckers always ask me, like, man, you can play another 4 or 5 years.
Shit.
But it's that part of the game that sucks the energy out of you, because everybody so worried about everything else now instead of what it was built on. Like your game, competing, winning, going out there, you know, giving everything you got. It's like everybody's so caught up in all the shit that don't matter anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when I'm wearing motherfuckers in the mirror, fixing this, doing that, exfoliating and all this shit. It's like,
Exfoliating for the game is crazy. Exfoliating for the game is crazy.
Look, I know this is about you, but before you got to San Antonio, that was Manu Ginobili last year.
yeah.
And me going in the league, see, only if you were there a year before, because at halftime, he'd be in there sipping the espresso. I'd be like, what in the European shit is this?
That was different though.
I'm like, where am I at?
That's a cultural difference.
That's the pre-workout. That's all you do in pre-workout.
Constantly got worse and worse and worse. But
Yeah, bro.
you would have
It's
seen
just-
that first. If
But
you
I seen a motherfucker
I see a nigga
Answer a
exfoliating before the
FaceTime
game is
after-
crazy. I'm gonna tell coach
Bro.
you can't play tonight, Jay.
Telling you, bro, like, from that standpoint, all that's done changed, and it's like everything used to build on wanting to compete, like the shit you do on the court. Now it's so much of everything you do off the court that seems much more important.
But it's like y'all it's interesting coming from y'all because y'all come from a fringe like technology generation, right?
I'm about to
Like,
say, like, oh, you came in 09.
like, bro, like I
Twitter's
remember
just started.
Yeah, like
You know
I
what I
remember
mean?
the you know, like playing with like Lil Romeo. Like I remember like hearing about you in high school. Like you had like a name before like you got to the league. But like a lot of these kids that come into the league, they don't know a life without Twitter. They don't know a life without the internet.
This is one of the first mixtape guys, though.
Yeah, same. Like, you know, one of the first like hoop mixtape joints that like went crazy before going to the league. So
He was on the Little Soldiers album. You know
Pull up that video.
Do we have that?
Shout out to P.
Shout out Master P. Shout out to P. Legend.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out. Hey, it was so crazy. Speaking of that, man, shout out to P. Even growing up in that, right? I used to think me getting away from Compton, going by P and Rome on the weekends, was me getting out, out of Compton. Right. Not knowing I'm just going around a bunch of other motherfuckers. It's 40
This is a Compton
New
South.
Orleans niggas in here with dreadlocks that look like that. You know what I mean? But to me, it's like, man, I feel safe over here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, shout out to them. But that also showed me, like, being around P and them so young, it gave me a perspective that, nigga, a big house, cars, none of that shit mattered. It was all about the work you put in. So by the time I was able to get it, I didn't care for it. All I cared about, I ain't gonna lie, all I cared about was being respected by my peers. I ain't gonna lie. I told D-Wade this shit, like, cause he asked me, what was my moment? Y'all.
I'm a P fan. I'm a no limit fan. It's crazy. I grew up on no limit. They thought he was just one of the soldiers, man.
I'm saying that's when I first heard of
You wasn't even expecting that from me, Chet. I was a P guy. I was a massive P guy, Chet.
Oh man.
I've been dodging that shit my whole career.
What's the last time you actually seen that video?
Bro, I have moments where I go back and look at some of that shit and hope that this shit gonna be viral. But
It's cultural. It's cultural, man.
Listen, being around P taught me a lot, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. I seen that man do some incredible shit, man. So
He's still doing incredible things.
Nah, he still is. No, for sure. But,
Independent.
like being around him in Rome, like that shit showed me a lot at a young age. Being a kid from Compton, being around somebody you grew up like watching and everything, and like shit. I seen all the cars and the houses, the match. Like I seen all that young, but P always kept shit in perspective. It was like I never seen that man like sleep. Never. He was always on the go trying to figure out the next move and the grind and, try to figure shit out. And that always showed me like, man, I gotta stay locked in no matter what.
Yeah. And more than just the music, man, even athletically, he still has his fingerprints in so much of youth basketball and like the athletes.
Bro,
He the president now, right?
Yeah.
Down in New
so.
Orleans?
Yeah. He got his own league.
You were saying something about
Not the
D-Wade,
Pelicans, though, but
Not the Pelicans,
university.
yeah. But you were talking about having respect from your peers, and he said, Dwayne
no,
Wade.
but that was the thing.
Yeah.
Coming in the league for me, I always want to be respected by my peers. And I remember having this conversation with D-Wade a couple of weeks ago. He was asking me like, what was my moment where I felt like I made it? And it was a picture I got in my crib when I knew I made it, where it was my first All-Star in New Orleans. It was in New Orleans. It's a picture of me, Melo, Bron, D-Wade, Joe Johnson. Like we sitting like on the score table. And that was like, for me, that was my moment of feeling like, fuck, I made it. I deserve to be here. And it's crazy. I don't know if you even remember this shit. We had a conversation my first All-Star, and I think it was me, like John Wall. I forgot who else it was. And Melo, and then was just basically saying like the league gonna be in good hands. You know what I mean? And that was
in the
like,
locker room.
That was just a dope moment. Was like, this is what I did it for. You know what I mean? To be respected by the ones that came before me. And that's how I always viewed the shit. And even to this day, it's like you would never hear me disrespect any generation past before me because I take everything from all these old motherfuckers. Everything. I watch everything to this day. You know what I mean?
I mean,
So,
to that point, right? Like, I feel like the league is in a generational shift right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, you know, you'll see clips online of, you know, young players, like, seeing clips of, like, Chris Webber, Patrick Ewing, and like
they don't know. That shit makes me mad.
I don't know who that is.
Bro, that shit makes me mad.
I mean,
like, that shit pisses me off. Like, I really get upset about that
Did
shit.
you watch basketball? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you, like
That shit
I did
pisses me
some
off.
card breaking with a bunch of rookies the last 2 days, and like you had the 90s pictures. We got all these, you know, guys from the class of
wild,
96,
bro.
97.
that, shit
and
make,
like,
that shit make me mad. I ain't gonna lie. That
That's
shit
it.
really makes me mad. Like, I be had to walk away from that shit. Like,
But they can change that though. Like
yeah.
this newer generation, right? It's such a disconnect between generations, especially in sports. So whereas though this generation could change the narrative on that,
yeah.
the way that they stream now,
Yeah.
right? All they have to do is go on there and do their own research. Stream the highlights. Stream Pat Ewing. Stream Mitch. You know, what's my man name? Mitch Richmond. Like stream these guys. Sit there and watch old clips and do the same shit you would do if you were streaming anything else. I guarantee you, their perspective would be a lot different.
But just like
I start
Chauncey
seeing
said,
them, but I start seeing them do that in music.
Yeah.
I seen a young boy that was streaming. He was doing it. He went back to stream Nas because he was like, man, everybody keep talking about Nas.
Yeah, I seen that,
He's like, let me go do my own research.
Right.
And he sat there and listened to the whole Nas shit. And he was like, yo,
this is crazy.
this is crazy. This is one of my new favorite rappers. I didn't even know that. This is a younger kid who's streaming. I think we can get to that.
Yeah, for sure.
If we allowed in this younger
but I mean,
generation streaming.
we also forcing kids to be selfish, like Chauncey said. Like he putting up his own highlights. He worried about him trying to get to the bag.
Yeah.
They giving the bag so much younger. Like they not worried about the superstars and the guys on the team or they just trying to get to the bag early. So they just trying to promote themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they might look at somebody that might not be in the league and be like, oh, he nice, play one-on-one or whatever, and think of him like he's one, like we thought of the Mitch Richmonds. Which is...
I mentioned Mitch because Mitch was nice.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like Mitch is not. T-Mac brought up Mel Tinsley.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Cole. And people went crazy. But go really look at Mel Tinsley.
Yeah.
And you'll see why Kyrie was inspired by somebody like Tinsley.
Yeah.
Like don't just jump out the window and say Nas, and debate some shit. Like really go back and do some research and utilize your platform. You streaming anything else.
But
stream
it's
that
funny
shit.
you mentioned that because I feel like the theory behind that is like the streaming and like everything is so done with numbers and like seeing view counts. And because everything's so much faster now is that once you see a number, up against somebody from like the 90s or 80s, like, oh, he couldn't be that good if such and such has more points than him, but they don't realize the game's a little faster, they're playing longer, there's all this other stuff. So it's like
inflated.
they don't even bother to go watch Mitch Richmond because it's almost a completely different game then.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But my point is, there's certain people, and I mentioned very specific names.
Yep.
There's certain players from all of them old eras that you can still respect, whether the game was different or not.
Of course, yeah.
You respect the skill
Ron
set.
Strickland.
There's a lot of niggas back in the day who got skill sets that could translate into any era. So I'm saying go back and look at that. Fuck watching the how slow, the Bob Cousy dribbling left with the right. You know what I'm saying? But you can respect the art. You can respect the skill set that a lot of these players had that don't get the attention that they deserve. So that's I just like to connect the dots.
Yeah.
Because you said it, bro. Like, it's an art, bro. Like, if you play guitar, you damn sure better know who the fuck Jimi Hendrix is.
For sure.
That's the type of time I'm on. You know what I'm saying? So, like, y'all young niggas, do your research. Because I'm going to make sure that y'all don't forget. Because right here on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, we got 3 masters of a lost art. The Midrange, dog. You know what I'm saying?
FanDuel, because nothing says summer fun like adding excitement to the game while your friends are getting sunburned at the beach.
Come on. Summer sports are calling your name. Baseball into the stadium lights, golf on pristine green fairways, soccer matches with world-class goals, you know what I'm saying? And all the action-packed moments in between.
You're going to spend all day following your favorite sports on your phone anyway. Might as well make it more thrilling with FanDuel.
So open the app today to see the daily promotions. If you're new to FanDuel, new customers can bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Open the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com/7PM to get started. Must be 21 plus and present in select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.
There's a chart, you know what I'm saying, that shows our beloved, you know what I'm saying, leader.
Yeah.
Leading the league in mid-range attempts 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And this season, you actually attempted more than he did back then, which is crazy. There's going to be a lot of Melo haters in the yo, that's crazy. Yo, Melo be shooting the ball 100 times a game. Footwork is a key, you know what I'm saying, of that whole process, creating space in that area.
Yeah.
How, where did you learn yours, and how did it become such a big part of your game?
Just a student. It started out with me being a student first. But even before, I had the luxury at 16, 17 years old to work with Kobe.
Yep.
You know, so I had that cheat code to really just sit there and lock in and listen to him and really break down details and small movements and learn how to play in the phone booth and be able to get your shot off. You know what I mean? So I learned that early on. But from that, I just was a student of how guys was able to create space, get their shots off, whether if you were small or big. Like, for example, like I remember talking to Sam Cassell when I was 15. And he used to show me how to, you know, the bump, get the bump. Shot fake over the right shoulder fadeaway. Like he showed me all that. You know what I mean? Like to Katino Mowgli, how, you know, off one dribble, hesitating, just pulling up. Like I paid attention. Like even Andre Miller.
Facts.
Andre Miller. He wasn't athletic at all, but he was able to get, you know, he had the hezzy in there, getting to the basket, getting his shot off. Like I pay attention to guys like that. So now when I can incorporate that with being 6'6", 6'7", athletic, all right, now I got a little bit more of a cheat code if they able to do that, you know, with lack of size, athleticism, whatever it may be. And I just try to incorporate that. So I've done that with everything. Like my first year in the league, I had Alex English as assistant coach. I used to sit there with him all the time and like, yo, how you do this? Like, motherfuckers had that one dribble pull up. You couldn't block it. Every time. You know what I mean? So it's like those, like me being a student and having a cheat code to be able to, you know, work with, you know, my idol when it come to basketball. It just made me just pay attention to it even more detailed in a way.
Man, like all things, like music, sports, like it all kind of comes in cycles. And I think one of the dopest things that happened to folks who love the mid-range is SGA winning MVP.
For sure.
Because the way he plays the game is so reminiscent of you guys and how he gets his buckets as far as like getting in the 17, 15-foot range. How does it feel for you guys to see somebody win at the highest level, playing a style that was so dissected while you guys were, well, not while you guys, but you know, as you're still playing it?
Any championship team that you've watched win a championship, they win the game in the mid-range.
Yep.
Sure.
I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't give a how many threes you shoot. When it comes down to it, you have to get a bucket. Your three ain't gonna always be there. You ain't gonna always be able to get to the rack.
Won't be able to run all day long.
No. If you have a midi, you're dangerous. Shai is dangerous because he plays for taking the best shot. It ain't about numbers or shooting the tray, and it's about taking the best shot. If you back off, I'm pulling. If I'm in the paint and I get here and this shot is wide open, I'm taking this shot. And just so happened, he's starting to master that mid-range when it comes to using his body, knowing his space, knowing where to get at, knowing angles. Like he's playing off of angles. And the midi is all about angles. If you get an angle and I get this shoulder on you, there's nothing you can do about it. Because if you bite back, then I'm a shot fake and you done.
To that point.
I never utilized the shot fake the way this nigga utilized it. This nigga shot fake 3-4 times in a row. You going to jump on one of them. You know, but he added that to the game.
Yeah.
Sam Cassell taught me how to get to the elbow left shot fake.
Yeah.
And once you learn the shot fake, you actually be like, man, the shot fakes are bullshit.
Man.
Nah,
But once you get it, I'm saying when you young, you like, you ain't thinking about using those shot fakes.
Yeah, to that point, like the 3-point line is actually easy to guard. That's why people shoot them so fast. Like, it's a line. You know what I mean? You run them off the line. They got to figure out what to do. I remember I tweeted something during the playoffs. I think it was about Boston. Everybody was killing me talking about like I'm talking shit. But at the end of the day, you got to figure out what to do when they run you off the three. And you know, I think the best teams, they take what the game gives you. And if you open right there, you got to make it, obviously. But like people don't understand. Like the reason why it's not the fact that everybody's shooting threes. It's just they live and die by it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have to get a three.
There was a lot of talk about the Celtics this past playoff run when they were, you know, shooting a record number of threes and
not adjust.
They were like, "We gonna shoot more." Like
they want to shoot 60 threes a game.
It's crazy.
Like this is what they're gonna do regardless.
There was one point where instead of people shooting the mid-range, they'll shoot the three further out.
Yeah.
Which was crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But that's because the narrative around the mid-range was that's a bad shot.
Yeah.
And how the fuck is that a bad? That's to me, that's one of the most efficient shots.
Yeah.
And it's the toughest shot to make.
Right.
So what a midi does for me, the way I think about it is you have to, it's the work that you put in, the reps that you put in on the mid-range. Because that distance between a 19, 18, 19 footer and a 14, 15 footer, that's very hard to make when you got to stomp on a dime and just raise and pull. That's a hard shot to make, which is why they would say that's a bad shot.
Right.
Because if you don't work on that, you're not going to be effective in the mid-range. And they don't work on that today. So therefore, a lot of guys is not going to be effective in the mid-range.
How much the archetypes play into that though, man? You 6'8", 6'9", 6'7", you know what I mean? You can jump over, you know, a lot of people. Like if you 6'1", 6'2", you know, maybe a three-pointer is a more efficient shot for you because you're not going in the trees. But a lot of times
you 6'1" and 6'2", you get downhill, you throwing the lob, you kicking out.
You're making plays.
You 6'1", 6'2", you're a point guard.
I think the only person I can think of that really masters the mid-range at that size is probably like Jalen Brunson.
CP.
Like, he's somebody, CP.
They get inside, they get creative. To me, that's what the mid-range is. Like Rudy said, like they run you off the three, now what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now you got to use your basketball mind and be like, yo, I'm going to get to this spot, I'm going to get to this spot. But it's all happening in real time.
Nobody's telling you to run him off the midi. They gonna say run you off the three.
Right.
And when they run you off the three, you got a split second to make a decision. You got two dribbles once they run you off the three.
Yeah.
So already know what the fuck you gonna do.
Yeah.
Either it's going, if I'm gonna shoot this bitch, or I see somebody closing in and I gotta kick it out.
Yeah.
So it's a very split decision that you have to make in that short period of time. When somebody running you off the three, it's hard, Chan, because you in your mind set that I'm gonna take this three. Yeah. And they run you off, you're like, damn, now you gotta think the game.
Yeah.
Somebody closing out, you might have the lob, you might have the dump off, you might have a corner pass,
Weak side three.
you might have to kick back out to the three.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit that you have to process in a short period of time.
In addition to that, you mentioned about the pump faking that Demar Derozan does, right? And anytime I see the pump faking, I think of Kobe. I'm like, that's all Kobe.
See, Cole was shot fake twice. He might spin, he might reverse pivot on the spin.
Yeah.
He might shoot the bitch with his left. Cole was just wild with his shit. He ain't going nowhere. You know he going left. And he gonna shot fake 3 times, stay down. Nigga still jump.
Man, look,
Coach, get his ass out. Man, he just
I seen this nigga one time, shot fake 3 times. Look around, see who you could pass the ball to. Looked at the defender again. One hard ass shot fake. Still shot it. And made it.
Shot it.
Listen, I'm gonna give you your flowers, champ, because for you to still play that game in today's game, where you got to hear the noise of that is a bad shot.
Yeah.
That is not an effective shot. And for you to go against the norm, go against the noise, again, above the noise when it comes to your game.
Yeah.
You pay attention to your game. You don't pay attention to nobody else. So I really want to, take my hat off to you because I'm sure it's very difficult for you to play in today's game.
Yeah. and it's tough, and it goes back to where, like, I never want young guys that's coming up to feel discouraged, like they got to go out there and be Steph Curry all the time, because everybody's just not going to be Steph Curry. It's one Steph Curry. What he's able to do is incredible. I think we would never see nobody else like that. But I always, and it's crazy. I heard you talk about it with your son one time, that you taught him the game inside out first.
Yeah.
And that's not preached enough within our game. So from my standpoint, I try to be a statesman when it comes to the mid-range, to show that if you're great at this, you could still be successful.
Facts.
It still could, it still could take you a long way. Like, it's a blessing to this day when, I'm top 25 all time in scoring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe it, but I stuck to me being myself. I didn't let nobody change that. I just worked and tried to be great at what I did, and it got me this far. Don't be discouraged from it because you see everybody doing all this other stuff. It's crazy. I was watching the game. What's one of y'all? I was like, man, better see when somebody shoot a mid-range. Then we watching the game. I'm like, watch. See if somebody shoot a mid-range. Every time down was 3, 3, 3, 3, miss 3, 3, 3, 3. Accidental fucking mid-range shot. That was an accident. He didn't even want to shoot that. He just threw the shit up. 3. You know what I mean? But it's like, you look at all the greats, they mastered that part of the game. You know what I mean?
You mentioned training with Kobe, and I love hearing stories about his training methods, because one of my favorite stories is like he would study Allen Iverson when he was guarding him in the finals. He would study Sharks because his movements were so sudden. You know what I mean? Was there any like
OD.
bizarre?
My brother was OD though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
That's what niggas don't know. He was old fucking D.
I mean, tell me about it, man. Like, I know you was on a different mindset with that.
I study Sharks and shit.
I give you perspective. I give you perspective, right? I give you perspective. Cole the type of say some shit and you be like, what? You don't like. You remember the Kanye commercial he was in? He said, "What the fuck you talking about, Kobe Bryant?" That's really what it be.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It really be that shit when you. It been times I was working out. I'm like, what the fuck is you? How? What? But I just go along with it. But later down the line, something accidental may happen. I'm like, that's the shit he was talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll play mind games from that type of standpoint when it comes to a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And that was one thing that was great about him, because it showed how cynical he was in his mind at the same time. And if you could take and kind of a little comprehend where he was coming from with something, it'll be beneficial. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that was one thing that was what I say the most bizarre thing, because a lot of people, to your point, you'd be like, you know what I mean? Like,
what does Sharks have to do with basketball, bro?
He'll put a 10 on a 5 at times.
That's a fact.
But it'll do it to where that's how he psyched himself out.
Yeah.
He'll psych himself. This is a prime example. Okay. I remember we was playing Kobe. Rudy hit the shit out of fucking Kobe. Bust him across his face, right? He had the free throw line. Rudy like, you good, Cole? Cole said, what? Don't insult me, motherfucker. I said, but to him it's like, I'm supposed to get hit. Like, he's psyching himself out. You know what I mean? Like he
know what's the backstory to that though?
Yeah.
The backstory to that is that summer is when we had the USA thing.
Yeah.
And like I was just following Cole, trying to like watching like what he doing, all that stuff. And that's tough to do because you never see him. But like everything he's doing, like we was in the same groups. I'm like, whatever, we having a good reputation. So like next time I see him is that game. So I get him in the post, bump him. He reach, take a charge. He bleeding and shit. He say that, I'm like, damn, I thought we was.
The mentality is different.
I understood it though, but.
That mentality was different. He was expecting you to hit him in his face, champ.
Like he's trying to get the shit.
In his mind, he knew. Like,
but in his he psyched himself out with all that shit.
I feel like all the greats they do that mental gymnastics with themselves, where it's like, like I need to be this sort of demon in my head. You know what I mean?
For sure.
If it's not there, I'm gonna emphasize. I'm gonna make it up to make sure I have that extra edge.
Every great habit. I'm telling you, everybody, whatever works for you, stick to it.
That's a fact. Shane, what about you? Because Kobe it wasn't a mentor. It was more of a peer. You know what I'm saying? So who did you look to and study for your mid-range game?
I studied, when I first came to the league, I had Adrian Dantley.
Oh,
One of the best to do it ever.
Yo, streamers.
mid-post.
There you go. Go look at the Adrian Daly highlights.
One of the greatest mid-post players, face-up players ever.
Yeah.
Bernard King was my favorite player. I watched Big Dog Glenn Robinson
Big dog. Cold.
when he was in college.
Yeah.
These are the players that, like, I was watching Ron Mercer. He went to Oak Hill.
Remember Ron Mercer? Yeah.
You talking about 1-2 hard dribble pull-up?
Yeah.
Ron Mercer.
Yeah.
Mitch Richmond
Mm-hmm.
taught me how to jab,
Yeah.
the kickstand, how to tap and go when he was playing with the Wizards. I was a young boy going down there passing him the ball. These are the MJ. When I went to MJ for them weeks that I went and spent time with him, and he really taught me angles.
Mm.
He taught me the art of scoring, how to average 28 the easiest way,
Mm-hmm.
7 points a quarter. When you think about 7 points a quarter, that's a 3, a layup, and 2 free throws. I was averaging 10 free throws a game at one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2 free throws a quarter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Easy points.
Mm.
We was a running team in Denver.
Mm.
I can get 8 points in a fast break.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go get some contact, too.
And I can get a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can make 4 threes in the game.
Yeah.
This was like guys who really broke the game down. Sam Cassell, somebody that, our big homie from Baltimore. Like, we watched him. I watched him go left against us every single time. Shot fake. You
Style
know it's
pop.
coming.
Yeah.
You know it. These are guys that I was able to really study. By the time I got to Cole, I was already fine-tuned by the time I got to Cole when it came to my footwork and all of that. I had Kiki Vandeweghe, who was one of the greatest mid-range players,
Yeah.
face-up, jab step guys in the league, in the history of the league.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Pierce, how to play on both sides.
Yeah.
Left pivot, right pivot. How to spin going right, how to spin going left. Have a counter for a counter for a counter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these are guys that I was heavily studying the game. And then once you start finding your confidence in what you bring to the game, now it all comes together.
Mm.
Take a piece here, piece there, piece there. Or if I get in this spot, I know I'm going here.
Yeah.
If I go right and you cut me off, I know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to mirror both sides of the court.
Mm-hmm.
Left hand, right hand. Whatever I can do left, I wanted to be able to do right. But if you're going to keep giving me left, I'm just going to keep going left. If you're going to give me right, I'm going right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just start adding on every summer. It's like, damn, I want to go right. I want to work on my fade going right.
Yeah.
I want to work on now I start working on at the end, bump fade baseline.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's the most unstoppable shot that
Man.
nobody can stop that shot. And once you get confidence in that, that's a go-to.
Yeah.
So everybody talk about your go-to is my jab.
Mm-hmm.
The go-to is, it ain't no hezzy pull.
Yeah.
The go-to is 1-2 dribble bang, I'm fading baseline. You cannot do nothing about
At
it.
all.
So you start being relentless with the work ethic. You go into the gym. People used to hate working out with me. I'm doing the same shit over and over and over for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shoot here until I get this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow I'll come back and go to the next block.
Yeah.
This is how this was my process of doing it.
Till it's automatic. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of automatic, we got an automatic real keeper. You know what I'm saying? That's not even a real phrase. I just made this shit up today in Las Vegas because last night was mad real. It was a rough night last night, okay? Motherfuckers buying a lot of tequila, okay? And we got a segment on the show called Keeping It Real with that man, Rudy. You know what I'm saying? Where we present Rudy with a topic or a statement and he gives us the real answer, unfiltered. So first up, Rudy, we need your honest opinion of this photograph.
Oh, snap.
I ain't know how you ain't know what the fuck a selfie stick
The
was.
selfie stick era was crazy.
What the fuck? That's what that is? I was like,
The selfie stick era was a wild era, bro.
I ain't know you was diesel like that, though.
This is fucking me up. It says Getty Images, credit Jennifer, whatever the fuck, but you the one taking the picture.
I ain't get the credit. Way to catch that.
I'm about to say, like, how'd that work?
He ain't know what to do either. That's the crazy thing. He ain't know how to work that motherfucker.
Hell no, I ain't know how to work that selfie stick. I ain't know what that shit was.
Keep it real, man. Know what? I don't think I ever seen Kyle that skinny though. That's the real. Chubbs was in shape then. That's really what. That's what's real.
Him and Demar, motherfucker, look at that nigga arm was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, you might not be the crazy allegations with this.
Yeah, he
one,
was skinny as a goddamn. He was skinny.
Yeah.
You know, he stopped eating at the 4 o'clock and shit like that.
Man, I was with him one time, bruh.
He vegan now?
Nah, he just be like dinner for him. Be like at 4:30.
Oh shit, he golf and shit like that. He in bed by 8:30.
Little do everybody know, me and Kyle used to live together during the summers when we were young, before the families and all that shit.
Okay.
And we used to work out here. And Kyle like,
Here in Vegas?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So he'd never be like, I need to lose weight. He always think of some like new scheme that's gonna help him lose weight
All the time, yeah.
So I'm like, so I get up one morning. We had a chef. And I look at his plate, bruh. He had like 10 pancakes on the plate. I said, nigga, I thought you supposed to lose weight. No, dog, that's all I'm gonna eat today. I said, bro, you are tripping. You are professional athletes, my boy.
So I'm gonna get my day's worth of a meal right here.
He said, I'm gonna get all my carbs in right now, and I'm good for the rest of the day. I said, bro,
It's 20,000
first of all, how you eat 10 pancakes anyway?
That's not how that works. Yeah, that's crazy.
Goddamn. So listen, next time we got this one. You might not beat the crazy allegations here, champ, because you dropped this comment after a Bulls win involving your homie. Do you want to take this back? You have the opportunity right now.
Fuck out of here. Fuck ass.
That's real hate. Yo, you really a hater, bro. If I needed an example of how you talk shit to each other, like, that is it.
Yo, you really a hater, bro.
That's probably a real heartfelt moment.
You Uncle Ruckus, man. You Uncle Ruckus, bro.
What was that, bro?
I felt an opportunity.
You really an asshole, man. I don't even remember that.
Talking about hate. You know how much hate I got for saying that?
Because they don't know. People don't even know. They don't know.
Oh my god.
It do look very, very reminiscent. Like, you look with one eye and squint a little bit. It definitely do look like with the Bulls jersey. Jerseys and Levine being light
We
skinned.
was really cooking that game.
Which one of y'all had the flu?
He said, Lino.
That's comedy. That's real hate right there.
That's crazy.
Yo, so
That was crazy.
He's not even
I
Uncle
didn't
Ruckus. He
remember
was playing his ball.
He's ready for Uncle Ruckus.
Damn, man.
all right, man. Rudy, man. Listen, this is a topic of contention.
Yo,
on
Vegas
this
has made me
program.
diabolical, by the way.
It really is.
They got you on demon time, bro.
Throw this city away. I don't want to
This
be
is
there no
devil's
more.
playground.
Crazy.
Gotta go
You
to church.
said numerous times on this program that you've beaten Melo 1v1. He staunchly opposes that statement.
Mm-hmm.
You and Demar were teammates. I'm sure y'all played ones after practice before. So who got the better of who in these matchups?
Rudy couldn't fuck with me.
Oh my God. I'm just chopped liver up this motherfucker.
Fuck out of here.
Wait, hey, what you said that episode? What's that episode when you was hell when he was well?
Yeah, I was hell when I was well. You know? I was hell when I was well.
But
man.
you know what's funny? You know it was funny. When we used to play against each other, when we was on opposite teams, I never used to play good versus them because we used to play around the whole game, talking shit to each other, saying jokes the whole time. Like, so I could never play against him in a real game because he played so fucking much. Like, all he want to do is fucking play the whole fucking game.
Nah, I'll be serious though sometimes.
No, you don't. I can take you serious, but as far as
That's not
one-on-one,
what we're talking
he
about.
couldn't fuck with me.
Demar, you couldn't, bro. I got a story. And
All right, let me hear this
Come
shit.
on,
Please.
let's hear it.
Let me hear this shit.
Now, God can strike me down right
Let
now.
me hear
bro.
this.
Let me move.
Please, I'm saying, don't use the Lord's name, bro. Like,
I can't lie. I can't lie.
That shit fuck around and happen. I'm like, all right.
We played one-on-one.
Okay.
Who? You
A couple
and him?
times. I just put him in the post.
Did you win?
Yes, that's why.
Oh, that's why you won.
Yeah, I mean, look, y'all some bad motherfuckers, man. But no,
You was hell. You was
I'm not chopped liver, y'all. Y'all making me look.
No, you ain't chopped liver, Chad.
You acting like I'm 6'2" or something.
I mean, that day,
Chad, you
might
was
as well have been. You know?
You're not chopped liver, Chad. You a NBA archetype of somebody who's 6'9", wide shoulders, strong as shit, can handle the ball, got a mid-range,
I use all those moves
and you
against
know how
him.
to play the game.
And you.
So you ain't chopped liver.
But
I was completely opposite that he was.
I'm sitting here right now.
When we played against him, I was just trying to.
Hold up. This man right
I'm
here.
thinking about niggas that's back
You
home.
talking about one-on-one. I'm sitting here right now. I beat both of them in one-on-one. That's not too many of them. I'm just saying. Look.
I don't even remember that.
He like that. Both of y'all together.
Get your shit on, man. Get your shit on, Rudy. Come on,
nigga that beat both of y'all.
To the top 25 stars of league history.
It doesn't happen much, but
Get your shit off, Rudy.
no, it ain't about me. It's about you.
Nah, I want you to listen.
Get your
You was hell when you was well,
I
man.
was, man. I was.
Y'all
Y'all gotta chill. My kids watch this, man.
You know, I said the same shit around you.
Man, come on, man.
Nigga want to smoke with you now? No, you gonna have to see me in ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I gotta get in shape.
No, the kids say that. They say open the vault.
Open the vault.
That's the new term online. People try to front on people that wasn't like that
Belt
back
to
in the day.
ass. That's the new shit.
Open the vault, man. Go look at the BTS.
Yo, listen, speaking of PTA, it's time to put some belt to ass to the internet. You know what I'm saying? With America's #1 segment. You know what I'm saying? On America's #1 show. It's fuck with it or fuck out of here. Listen, Demar, this, you know, we tee up something for you, we throw something in the air, and you know what I mean? If it's fuck out of here, or if you fuck with it, I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You know what I mean? You don't gotta say that high pitch, but you know, just agree with it. First off, we got a popular NBA parody page that be getting y'all a lot.
Damn.
And the NBA Centel, you know what I mean? There's over 700,000 followers. A lot of them are serious. You know what I'm saying? It's known for spreading misinformation. It's tricked NBA analysts into thinking it's an official page. Here's an example. These fake photos of Chet Holmgren that they posted.
I've seen these photos.
Yo,
This
come
is
on.
crazy. The Warner Brothers shirt had me crying.
If you see the police, Warner Brothers.
Is that shirt thing? Bring you back, Melo?
That's a stop snitching.
He said, no. You know what I'm saying? It's West Baltimore. That's what it means. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it stands for.
But yo, even the dope shit, I don't know if you see the P, but like they had him react to the Centel joints on Snapchat where he was like, yo, like, I think at this point they see it as entertainment, you know what I mean? As far as like the fake
It's
page,
fucking his
but
fucking game up though. It's
crazy.
You know what I mean? It's
A lot of people get fooled by this shit, bro.
Right.
A lot of people.
A lot.
reputable reporters will like retweet the joints.
I'm at a point now. Whenever I click on social media, I'm already going into it like I'm not going to believe this shit.
Nah.
Like, you know what I mean? Everything fictional.
Especially now with AI.
Yeah,
I got to cross-reference like 4 or 5 things from like, oh yeah, no, that's a real story.
Yeah,
Shit.
I'm like, dog, I'm
that's
seeing
an ill shirt though, Chad. That's crazy. That's an ill. You see the
Photoshop that? You a sinister asshole.
It's crazy.
That shit look like he really
What
got
the
it
takeout
on, man.
play is what makes
I
it
ain't gonna lie.
doubly funny.
Chet should walk in the game like that, bro. He should walk in the
The
game
fucking
like that.
Fernando Tatis braids is crazy.
It's crazy, right?
He got the temp fade.
That shit crazy.
Nah, if Chet real. First game of the season, he's walking in with that shirt.
He should, yeah.
Make it happen, bro. Create a moment. You know what I'm saying? So fuck with it or fuck out of here. Is Centel really good for the game?
If you looking for entertainment, I fuck with it.
It's entertaining,
If you
bro. I
looking
get
for some
it.
bullshit, if you looking for some bullshit, I fuck with it. You know what I mean? But
That's it. I'll fuck with it because I know that it's fake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You just gotta have a keen eye online, man. Like if you're just scrolling through and you click some shit, like you'll get fooled very easily. But like if you don't give it another look or two or something like that, then you know you'll get
It's
got.
crazy though.
Bruh. These never got y'all? One of these shits never got
I haven't
y'all?
got my Centel before, for sure.
But the NBA Centel joint, like,
I'm
yo,
sure. I'm
Rudy Gay
sure.
starts
I'm sure I've
with
been in a whole
Memphis,
bunch of
you know
shit.
what I'm saying?
See, what gets me is the timing though. Like around trade deadline, they put up the crazy. That's what it is. It's not really about like this, you know, I mean, you're not gonna believe he got the dreads and all that, the face. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's how they popped off.
It's the timing, though. It's the timing. They get you right there. Oh, this person got a buyout and they paid him this or whatever. Like he just signed a contract. They gave him all that money. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. And some, you know, we've had that happen too. So it's time.
A lot of dumb
That's how they popped off. The trade deadline, free agent, like when free agency opens up, like you just on your phone, just waiting to see the news, seeing like everybody else. So
and they had some dumbass shit talking about some dumbass shit on there. We believe in it. I'm calling Demar, asking if it's true.
But I quietly fuck with it though. It's entertaining as long as you don't get fooled.
It's goofy. You know what I mean?
As long as you get fooled, I think it's entertaining.
I don't like goofy shit. I just don't like goofy shit. I don't like when niggas do goofy shit. I don't like goofy shit. But you know, to each his own. I can't hate on Centel. Shout out to Centel for giving
man. I get it. They bunch of kids having fun with it. I understand.
If they kids having fun, cool. If they grown men doing that shit, no, fuck out of here.
I hope they're not grown men. I assume they're like kids that do the joints. So.
Shit might be ESPN little subdivision.
Niggas in the basement like, yo, this gonna pop off. Watch. So last one. We talked about this at our live show, but you didn't see the full clip. And we now have the full video of this guy at the casino eating a glizzy out of the back pocket.
Come on, son.
Insanity.
And he on slots.
He don't even flinch. No hissy. He put it back. Straight to the boca. Then back in the pants, bro. It's nasty.
For the boca.
Insane. Look at this. He's like,
Yo, as soon as he whipped the glizzy out the back pocket, if I'm the other nigga, I'm leaving.
He did. As soon as he took that bite, he was like, yo, you bugging. Hold on, look. He takes the bite. He's like, yo, you
He's like,
wow.
I'm gonna spin move out of here, bro.
They on slots. They want that's crazy.
Yo, you can't hang with people like that, man.
He tripping.
I can only imagine what his house looked like.
You know his pockets smell like earring backs.
It smell like Nathan's in here.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
Water all over the crib. Nasty work.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Nasty, bro.
They got Frank water on it.
Niggas like that don't flush a toilet.
But we purposed it during the live show.
right,
It was
that's
like,
right.
yo, if you got a hot hand on the table, you got 50 racks
Man,
up. And
hell
it's like
no.
good luck.
No.
It's the good luck. You got the good luck glizzy going.
What makes you
No.
think? I'd rather just hold out part and left. I'd rather just hold the hot dog. You know what I mean? I don't even sound right saying that shit, but I'd rather just have it on a napkin. What make you think to put the shit back in your pocket?
That ain't his first time doing it
segment.
either.
What's in your back pocket? Because there's no like, bro. Come on, man. That's crazy.
So smooth.
Crazy,
He did that
bro.
shit before.
He
That
did
ain't
a
his
break
first time.
conversation. Like he's still talking to whatever he had to talk to was so important. He's like, let me grab the joint, put it back in.
Nah, I'm cool, bro. He gotta get out of here, but he should be
Back
banned
pocket.
from that casino.
Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest fuck out of here we ever gonna get on the show.
Fuck with the fuck out of it. Naked pocket glizzy to keep a gambling industry alive.
Naked pocket glizzy. None of those words are in the Bible, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? That's Carmelo Anthony, Demar Derozan. You boy that came out of the direct fight. Casino for your family day. You know what I'm saying? I fucked that up. But we're gonna do it again. And of course, the wave got Rudy Gay, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? This is at 7 p.m. God damn it, I did the whole shit by myself.
Don't worry about it.
You might as well keep rolling.
No, you might as well keep rolling. Give Deebo's flowers and wrap it up.
Hey man,
Man, appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you. Thanks for coming.
You gotta get the roast.
Listen, man. For all of y'all who hating on this mid-range game, man, you have one of the greatest mid-range players to ever play this game. A lot of y'all ain't even know he was top 25 in the history of scoring. You know how many players that came through this league? Less than 7,000. There's only 7,000 people. He's top 20. If it's 7,000 players, he's top 25 in the history of the game, man.
That's
Put
perspective.
some respect on Deebo's name, man.
Come on, man.
Deebo, I appreciate you, champ.
Always,
You know
bro.
it's always going to be love.
Always, man.
going to be a level of respect. Keep doing what you're doing. And you got my support with whatever. So I appreciate it.
Appreciate
And that's the sign out right there. Go to
Compton. Motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. So Wave Originals presented by FanDuel. You're welcome. Subscribe, hit the YouTube channel, you know what I mean? The podcast channels, like, rate, review. Tell Kaz he looks great. He beat Cat Williams twice in a row in the 40-yard dash, you know what I'm saying? Put some respect on his name, y'all. And stay tuned right there. Subscribe, leave comments, do all of that. Stay engaged, y'all. Holla.
Peace.